Honestly, I don't even know what that is. I swear to you, I don't even know what that is. And that's one thing that I'm not willing to do and not wanting to do, and I'm not even interested in it. So, no, I don't do that. I think it's...
Hey guys, Ivan here, and in today's video we got a couple of very interesting bodybuilding updates. We got some juicy stuff for today. Before we start, I want to let you know that I actually won, guys, the RBP award for the best bodybuilding media outlet of the year. When I saw these guys on Fuad's podcast, I was so happy. I'm so happy that I did this, that we did this, guys. Really amazing, really awesome, really great finish to the year. Let's just get to those 60K subscribers. There's only like 100 of you or a little bit more than that need to subscribe. So if you are not subscribed, just click that subscribe button. Also, guys, I don't know if you noticed, but I bought a new mic. I still didn't set it up. I think the quality can get even better, but I don't think there'll be the pop sound anymore. So hopefully that's fixed. Another thing I wanted to mention as well is Fuad Abiad's 2025 RBP Fantasy League winners. So I don't know why didn't I play last year, but I'm definitely gonna play next year. It's a fantasy league. Basically, you pick your bodybuilders for the year, and more shows they win, more of the higher places they win, the more points you get. And here is the awards for the top 5. Actually, the first guy got $2,000 freaking dollars for the first place, and then the second guy got $1,000. The third guy, $500. Half is cash, half is gift cards from the hostile. Fourth and fifth place also got a little bit of something. So what Fuad is doing is really cool. We got some really interesting stuff to be involved in, and generally, like what this guy is doing for the bodybuilding community, he's definitely one of the most influential people in the sport. If there wasn't for him and his podcast, bodybuilding today wouldn't be what it is, really. So I'll always support whatever Fuad is doing. If you guys want to play fantasy bodybuilding league next year, let me know about it in the comments, and let's see if any of you can actually beat me next year. Alright, now let's get into our first topic for today, and that's gonna be Derek Lunsford finally officially addressing the rumors about his PMMA use. So no, not SEO use, nothing like that, strictly PMMA. That's what he's addressing, because I guess that's what everybody's talking about right now. Some people are accusing him, there is a lot of rumors, and it looks like it could be true, but let's hear exactly what Derek has to say about this.
See, like, I've been hearing all this stuff about this, like, PMMA stuff on, like, some random podcasts, like...
Bro. Don't even get me started, bro. For real. Bro, okay, so the reason why I don't even talk or like address things that are in the public from other people, especially these podcasters, is because like if I had to address everything that's said about me, I would be like constantly every week having to like defend myself. Oh no, that's not true, that's not true. Like I don't have to go and just every time somebody says something about me, like defend myself.
Okay, he's denying it, expectedly. What else would you expect for him to say, yes, this is not muscle, this is just plastic everywhere inside of me? Of course, he's denying it, but I feel like this whole video is so fake, man. They're acting like the guy who is filming just asked him this out of the blue, without them talking about this before. Derek is acting like he's surprised that he was asked this question. Of course, this was agreed upon before they started filming. And Derek is trying to act like he's surprised. So that part is silly to me.
This time, I feel like they've crossed the line, actually, because it's like, you're not just hurting me, you're hurting our bodybuilding community. And there's a lot of people that are young guys who are getting like false information, right? If I thought whenever I was starting out and I wanted to be a bodybuilder that I had to take something like that or do these different things. Honestly, I don't even know what that is. I swear to you, I don't even know what that is.
He doesn't even know what that is. He wasn't even curious enough to just Google search what PMMA is, and he's addressing it in his video. So yeah, of course he's lying. I mean, there is no need to lie about this. You know, he's lying this entire video. Of course, he should deny the rumors and say he's not using it, but to say, I don't know what it is, and the other stuff, like pretending to be surprised, that's a little bit too much and just makes the whole video seem so fake. Now, it seems like he's not even addressing the bodybuilding community. It doesn't seem like he's talking to us, because he would be talking differently. It seems like he's talking like to these new kids that are starting to follow bodybuilding, you know. He's trying to act like, for example, The Rock. He's trying to be politically correct because he probably feels like that's the safest way, the best way to make sure that he's gonna stay on that top, on that spot, to stay the Mr. Olympia, to just always be politically correct and to never really be his authentic self and to never really talk about all these accusations and rumors, to never address anything really, just do his thing, make his videos, make his motivational posts, and that's it. Is that really the best way to represent the sport, to be the Mr. Olympia today? I wouldn't say so. I don't think it ever was. Ronnie wasn't like that. Dorian wasn't like that. Phil Heath wasn't like that. Jay Cutler, though, and C-Bum as well, the guys who were probably the best representation of the sport, were kind of like that. So I get what Derek is trying to do, but I think they were actually authentic. That's the way they were. Derek is not like that, and what he's doing is fake, and everybody can see it.
If I thought that I had to do something like that to be where I am today, I would probably not even be a bodybuilder. Now, if people want to do it or whatever, I don't care what other people do. I just know what I'm willing to do and not willing to do. And that's one thing that I'm not willing to do and not wanting to do, and I'm not even interested in it. So, no, I don't do that. I think it's right for me to address it and be like, look, you don't have to do these things to be Mr. Olympia, to be an IFBB pro, and to be a great bodybuilder. Like,
if I had to do that, I would probably not even be a bodybuilder. So basically what he's saying is that he's not willing, whatever it takes, to become the Mr. Olympia. Chris Aceto said something different. What is really the truth, I guess we'll never know until he actually does an MRI or an X-ray, but I think based on his physique, it's quite obvious that he did something. Check this out, for example. The photo on the left is 2015, the photo on the right is only 1 year later, and it's 2016. So, I mean, do I really need to spell it out for you? Do we really need to analyze this physique? I mean, sure, okay, let's do it. Check out the arms first. Just the difference in size in only 1 year, and also the shape of those biceps. Who do they remind you of right here in this photo? Right? Right? Do you see it? Later in Derek's career, he reminds me a lot more of Rich Piana, actually, but at his early days, Boston Lloyd? These are Boston Lloyd's biceps right here. And he says he's not willing to do anything like that. Look at those freaking biceps and the triceps. And then look at his legs right here in the photo on the left. And what the hell did he do to them on the photo on the right? This looks like it was Photoshop. It looks like bad Photoshop. You might say that that's where he was injecting his gear, but I don't think so. I think it's pretty clear that he was trying to do something with his entire body, his arms, his legs, his lats and everything, and he was successful with it. You gotta give it to him. Maybe it was too obvious here, but later on he learned how to do it in a better way, to make it look somewhat normal, to actually win the 212 Mr. Olympia and the Open too. So he knew what he was doing, or he had some really good guidance with it, because he did a proper job with it. You can't say that he's a bad artist. Again, he won all that he could win. So he definitely did a good job with that. It's only that now it's starting to be very noticeable because he lacks the separation in all the body parts that he enhanced, like his glutes. He didn't do anything with them, and they're separated. His back, I guess, as well. But like his chest, his shoulders, his arms, his quads, his lats from the front, it's all noticeable, a little bit too much. There is no quality in the physique. So yeah, it's quite obvious he did something. Was it exactly PMMA? Who the hell knows? He's denying it. He says he doesn't even know what it is. And if he had to do it, he would never even do bodybuilding. But yeah, I don't buy it, guys. Personally, I don't buy it. I don't know what you think, but whatever you think, tell me down below in the comment section. All right, now the next thing we got is something really, really interesting. So Sarah Villegas and Chris Cormier made this post together, and I love it, guys. I love it. So Chris Cormier was one of very few people who were always very vocal about this issue in bodybuilding. He was always addressing it. He was always talking about it and talking how it needs to change. When he would see it in some physiques, he would call the physiques out. And now that this all is happening with the PMMA accusations and SEO issue in the sport, on Mr. Olympia TV channel, Tariq El-Guindi was saying that basically he doesn't see it in these winners of their categories, and Chris Cormier did not stay silent about it. He actually went against Tariq, which was very surprising to me, but he did it, and now he's making this post with Sarah Villegas. Does this mean that he parted ways with Mr. Olympia TV? I don't know. We'll find out soon enough, I guess. But let's read what they wrote here, what Sarah has to say. So she says, shared principles with the real deal, meaning Chris Cormier, bodybuilding will never be watered down. Too many of us that genuinely love the sport. Just in case some still need clarity on this subject, bodybuilding is a sport of building actual muscle. Finding a workaround to muscle building undermines the integrity of the sport entirely, no matter how many people say otherwise. Plastics, silicone, PMMA, oil filters, or any form of muscle implants are simply not muscle. They are not bodybuilding. The sport is called bodybuilding, not plastic building. Read text on the last side, we'll read it in a second. And then she says, disclaimer specific to the small group that believes everything goes in bodybuilding. She's probably talking about the guys on the Fuad's podcast. The bottle shown is intended purely as a metaphor. It's not for human consumption in any form. Please don't. And I gotta say, I love that they did this kind of a photo shoot with it. It's funny, but really, it's sending a positive message out there. They're fighting the good fight, as I said in the comments. I don't know who this guy on the right is, but I think he has some SEO in his arms, I would say. Now, let's read the text on that last slide, and I love this text. It says, bodybuilders use any and every technique available, including super supplementation, to grow their actual muscle tissue as efficiently and as fast as possible. Keyword, grow their actual muscles, which takes years and at times decades to accomplish a look. Bodybuilding is all about muscle. It's about creating the biggest, most aesthetic, and most conditioned muscle. Again, keyword, muscle. PMMA, oil, fillers, SEOs, silicones, or any form of muscle implants are not muscle. They are unearned, deceptive shortcuts to the appearance of instantaneous muscle and fake dimension when used in bodybuilding. This is simply not what bodybuilding is about. Hell yeah, I support this message completely. And I love the fact that Sarah and Chris are not giving up. They're fighting for this change in the sport. And the only way this can actually be changed is by the judges punishing athletes who are obviously doing this. And not only when it's too clear, like in Hadi Chopin's case, that's way beyond what is bad in my opinion, that's way too much, but even when it's less obvious. For example, Derek Lansford, he should not win the Mr. Olympia looking like that, having no separation in so many body parts. Just having shredded glutes and being swollen and basically with zero separation in every other body part, is that bodybuilding? Are we supposed to see the muscle fibers or not? Where is the conditioning? Where is the definition? We don't see it anymore. The bodybuilding is losing its integrity. The direction is going in a wrong way. Something must be done, guys. Something must be done, and we can't quit. We need to be very persistent with this. So let's see what's going to happen over the time. I think something can be done. Something will change. You guys tell me down below, what do you think about this? Alright, and the last thing we got is something about Samson Dauda. And to be honest, guys, this one was kinda weird, to be honest. I'm not sure exactly what Samson meant, but he was talking about Marlena, his wife, his coach, let's put it that way as well. And he said, let me actually play this for you, and then we talk about it.
People need to understand, if she leaves me, I'm stopping bodybuilding. You all need to really get that. I ain't doing this alone. I didn't get into. She dragged me into this sport, and got me here. She's responsible for whatever happens from me from now on. So if she say, I'm done, I'm like, okay, I'm done too.
I'm done too.
So people really understand, like, yeah, I'm not getting rid of my wife for nothing. So just calm down. Even if some point in future, you know, we decide, okay, you know what, we're gonna need an extra eye or extra help. It ain't gonna be like, okay, bye, I'm gonna get some. She's my wife.
Did somebody tell Samson to leave his wife and get a divorce because she can't prep him for a show successfully? I didn't catch that. I don't know who said that. I know everybody wants him to hire a coach, a professional coach, but not to dump his wife. What is this? I mean, I was very vocal about the fact that I want to see him do a prep with a proper high-level coach, but obviously his wife is going to still be in the picture as a wife, not as a coach. So I'm not sure. Am I missing something here? Am I misunderstanding this? Whatever. Anyways, he also says that in case we might need another set of eyes or somebody to help us, we're just gonna add them into the team. And so he's talking more about this possibility of hiring a new coach. So at this point, I'm pretty sure for the next year, for the 2026, Samson Dauda is gonna have a new coach. Who is that gonna be? That's definitely a good question. We can talk about who potentially could be a really good coach for him. And somebody that comes to mind is Chad Nichols, right? Chad Nichols, who prepped Big Ramy very successfully. He's known for doing really well with these open, big, massive guys like Ronnie, like Big Ramy recently, and so many others in the 90s and early 2000s. So I don't know if Chad is retired, and yeah, he's kind of old school. Maybe Sam should go with somebody who is a new school and learn new things and implement this new stuff that is out there, like peptides, and, you know, really take care of his health, his gut health, all that stuff. But if he hired somebody old school like that, like Chad Nichols, man, I think Samson will be unstoppable. But we'll see what he's gonna do, what move is he gonna pull next year. You tell me down below, what do you think? Who's gonna be Samson's new coach? Samson's coach, not new. He didn't have an old coach before, in my opinion. But whatever you guys think, make sure to let me know down below. What do you think about Derek's video discussing the PMMA rumors? Do you believe him? Do you think he never did it? Also, what do you think about what Sarah Villegas and Chris Cormier are doing? Guys, down below in the comment section, give me your thoughts, and do not forget to subscribe to this channel. Help me reach the 60K before the new year. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you soon. All the best, and bye-bye.